Dino, why is the monthly payment on a lease less than buying a car? Usually.
It depends. It's not necessarily, if you go to buy a car, then you take a 2-year loan, I guarantee you, like, the monthly payment's going to be higher. You go take a 7-year loan on a car, if it's possible, the monthly payment may be lower. So it's not one's cheaper than the other. People shouldn't look at it that way, because it's fungible. You're still, basically, leasing is, you're borrowing the car, you're renting the car for the 36 months, 24 months. That's why there's all those requirements, right? Like, you can't have damage to the car. You have to return it with a certain amount of tires, your brakes. It has to be in good shape when you return it. There's all those stipulations in the lease, because you're borrowing the car. You're renting the car for 3 years. When it comes to the numbers portion of it, it's really pretty simple. And I'm simplifying it, right? If a car has a very high resale value, why do you want to get into an obligation to purchase it over an extended period of time, or a certain amount of interest rate, when you can lease it, and at the end of your lease, you have equity in the car? So that's usually the throw of the dice when you lease, because you don't know. The finance companies, the manufacturer determines what the residual value is. They're going to say at the end of your lease, 36 months, or 24 months or 30 months or whatever, they feel the car is going to be worth this much. So you're paying for that difference to use the car, a limited number of miles. They expect the car to be depreciated to that residual value based on the total number of miles that you use, right? So sometimes you make out really well. Like, a good example, that I have in my personal, history is, when I was into M cars. Every M car I leased, right? A year before the lease was even up, I sold it and made money, because the cars hold their value so much, and I had funky colors that were not factory, right? That I special ordered. So I knew those cars had a good demand, like Porsches. Back in the day when you leased a Carrera S, a 993 Carrera S, that car was worth more at the end of your lease than the original lease price, because it was such a good resale value. There was a demand for it, right? So leasing is just a form of trying to get more value for your money, if instead of buying something that has a lot of value at the end of the period of time you use it. You could be upside down. You could lease a car, and next thing you know, as you get close to your lease maturity date, the car is worth less in the marketplace, than the residual value. That means the manufacturer messed up. That means you actually gain, because if you bought it, you'd be screwed. You'd pay more for the depreciation, right? So that's the difference, really. It's not necessarily cheaper. I mean, yeah, they sell it that way to you, because this whole financial culture here is about the payment, not about actually what value you're paying. So everyone thinks, oh, my payment's lower, it's cheaper. No, it's not. It could be. It all depends. That's it.
Got it.